is hewn rock, and so the walls. The only kind of indication that this is anything other than a sort of natural cavern is the fact that there have been stairs carved into each of the kind of raised sections, and you can see the tables and the fire pit that would have occupied the main area, the kind of lower section. Obviously the bodies are still there from the mass combat, so we described before that there was a mixture of orcs, goblins, a couple of ogres, a whole bunch of dwarves and gnomes. But you guys sit here. The only other noise apart from the silence of the cavern is that kind of slowly building rumble of a wave, a tidal crash that seems to kind of build and build and build. Boom, and crashes through the corridors. And you can hear it from here. It's quite noticeable at this point.
Would you say we are getting closer to the source?
Yeah, you definitely feel like it's hard to pinpoint, which is you would expect that to be, given the complexity of the cave system here. But yeah, you definitely can hear a sort of slightly louder crash of that wave hitting.
Cool.
Okay, so with that, I will pass the steering wheel back to you guys. Where are you having a look next? You're going to take a little meander and see what's around?
There's no point in us going south, because I think that's going back on ourselves. We need to keep pushing forward, I think. Did you say there were some others? There was south, north. We're coming in from the west. Is there an east?
There is.
As well?
So the eastern one is where the drow slipped away.
Right.
You came in through the western.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah. So
we've basically got three choices. So I think we can rule out south, because that's probably going back on ourselves, because we've been coming steadily north.
Fair assessment.
So it's either go north or go east to follow that figure that we saw.
Let's follow.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
So,
feels like a law to me. But...
you say you head east, and like I say, you go up that kind of raised section.
Yep. Is it just an archway, or is it?
Yeah, it's just a narrow, natural hallway that extends out, so a sort of tunnel. As soon as you get close to the kind of entrance to that passageway, though, you start to feel there's a sort of slight odor sort of slightly strange odor in the air.
Look at Grundak.
I'll have a wash later.
No, it smells. There's a kind of strange metallic tang in the air, and it's not blood. Feel of it.
Anything that we'd have come across before?
Nope.
So not much chance for a roll.
If there was a dwarf amongst you, then perhaps.
No.
No, so I was going to say, you kind of, there's a sort of slightly strange sort of taste in the air. And as you head down this, are you kind of just heading in your normal combat layout?
Yeah, I think we stay in that, don't we?
It's me at the front, wasn't it? If it's
As
narrow.
we talked about last time, we don't leave the rear undefended this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me at the front.
No worries.
I actually think is how dark is it dark down here?
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark everywhere through here. You guys with your limited night vision can see, so you've got a pretty reasonable idea. It's when you get into some of the bigger rooms that your kind of depth of view is hindered. But yeah, you can certainly see what's occurring. And as
I was thinking in this instance, if Brorna.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm at the front, Brorna, if you come with me, you'll be able to see further than I can.
I can as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the two long-sighted dark vision bods.
Who said that?
You can't. Grundak cannot see as far as me. I can see considerably further than you.
You can see a little bit further than me.
Let's not have a night sight measuring contest.
Could you sit back a smidge like the 1984 advert? That's better.
It's just not comfortable.
No worries. So yeah, you
I'll go to the front with Luke.
No worries. You can see quite clearly into the room, right? Flat stone floor. You can see in the distance ahead of you what looks like a channel that's been cut into the floor and a large water wheel that must sit into it. The water wheel is connected via a set of gears and pulleys to what must be a blast furnace. So a huge, great set of mechanical bellows. And on your left-hand side, is the kind of smelting furnace that you would expect to see as part of that setup.
But not active, I'm guessing.
It is long, stood
no
here.
idea what I'm looking at. No idea.
Yeah, so it would look like a set of
Just like
strange
some
machinery.
crazy alchemy going on. Probably gnomes. Probably gnomes.
Yeah,
And that smell was probably gnomes.
It may well be known. You can see big sort of carts piled with coal and unrefined ore, but it seems quite cold and strange. There are a dozen kind of withered corpses here on the floor, scattered about.
Dwarven in nature.
I'll start attacking them before they start us.
Before they get up.
Preemptive strike, thunder wave.
As you can see, you can see it's kind of like husk-like bodies on the floor. See a glow of green from in the distance across the other side of this room. It's maybe 50 feet across. This glow is coming from behind.
Assume it's unfriendly.
Yeah, axe ready.
Oh yeah, we'll be combat ready, I think.
I'll start to step back.
About
How wide is
50
this
feet.
room?
It's probably 40 or 50 feet across.
So I'll go and stand up alongside.
Smelting cavern would be quite wide.
Yeah.
I'll go and stand alongside Lumin now.
Okay. From behind the kind of water wheel area, this glowing, you can see a flaming green kind of light rising up, and a skull sort of with bright red eyes.
Yeah, assume it's unfriendly.
Thanks, Amarakis.
Yeah.
That does not sound good.
Yeah, cheers, Amarakis.
A flaming green skull with fiery eyes is
for standing in your copper bath full of water shouting all gods are bastards.
I'm pretty sure he's...
Lightning is a friend for me.
Like, isn't it friendly? You can see it from here. You can see it from here.
Could be an illusion.
As you kind of fixing your sight onto it, you see the corpses that are on the ground start to sort of.
Oh, you were right. You should have just
started stabbing.
Told you, I know gnomes.
Okay. What's your actions?
I'll charge the skull.
So you're going to have to go across all the bodies. It's a good distance away from you, right?
They're not up yet, though, are they? So I'm just going to start running.
Okay. You start running through the bodies.
Can we roll initiative? Because the stuff I want to do before he runs through the bodies.
Yeah. Are we initiative rolling?
Yeah.
Or?
Yep, please.
I want to see if I can go before I run down.
Hang on, let me click me bits.
Click your thing.
Click your bits. Or let me just
Turn your camera on.
Remove all turns first. There we go.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
Well, I rolled before you got right. You
I got a 1. I'm just like, I'm just.
So mine's not in the list
till...
because you cancelled mine out after I'd.
I'm too busy thinking how cool it is that they're raising these guys from the dead to actually do anything useful.
Don't worry, Brorna. You're with me. We're going last.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh no!
Don't worry, Shepherd's got it.
Yeah, I was going to say Shepherd.
Shepherd, you are.
Stop.
Don't worry. I'll do the
I'll have my turn.
3 damage.
So, like I say, top of the round. Shepherd, what are you?
Yeah, please. I'm going to shoot an arrow at the flaming skull because I'm assuming that's the biggest threat, and that seems to have made these things get up.
Yes, okay, no problem. Cast yourself a spell.
No, I'm shooting.
Okay, no worries. Go for it.
Done it.
21
With
That is
panache.
good. Yep. You see the arrow arc over towards it. It hits and glances off the skull, and its jaws chatter. There's a kind of this laughter ripples out across the room. See,
party mascot.
Yep. Grundak, you are up next.
Charging it.
I know you are. You can't reach it, but it's gone upwards, so it goes up.
Yeah, but how high is the room?
Said about this.
Oh, Earth done. You can't do it like
30
leap.
feet.
Oh.
So you
Okay,
can't
in which
rush through
case
the
I'll
corpses
I'll
towards
lay into the twitchy bodies instead.
it. Lay into a twitchy body then. Make an attack roll against
We've all
a
been there.
twitchy body.
Die, twitchy body.
15 is enough. Yep, you can hit one. You do one for 14.
Phil, have I heard of anything like this before? Is this skull thing likely to be an illusion to mask
It's
a
likely,
necromancer, or is this...
from your perspective, you're almost certain that it's a imaginatively named flame skull.
I'd have never guessed that.
It's a flame skull!
Oh my god! It's a flame
I
skull.
named that.
It's stick the obvious.
I love D&D.
I
It's a wither knob.
I never ever want to come across one of those.
No.
So, essentially, a flame skull is what's left of a powerful wizard that's died. So this is kind
Sounds
of
like
magic. Their magic boils over and reincarnates them. It's just this kind
great.
of brain.
Look speculatively at Brorna.
Reincarnated.
It's an evil
Wizard.
creature. It pings on the evil scale quite horrifically. Let me just
It's
check
classed as undead then.
it is. It's classed actually as tiny undead.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't feel particularly tiny.
We still can't.
Divine Smite, Matt. It's all yours.
Okay. Next on the
Need to get to
roster,
it.
Grundak. So when you hit one of the zombies, it doesn't drop it. You see kind of a big wound open up on its chest, and it'll start to move towards you with 14 damage. Next on the roster, Amarakis, you are on deck. Please.
I'm looking suspiciously at Brorna.
Brorna's
Every
going.
time we enter a room, all the dead in the room get up.
And attack us.
It can't be a coincidence, Brorna. So yeah, I'm looking sidelong at Brorna. At the moment, I'll wait for a chance to support, but at the moment I think they've got it in hand. I don't want to overshadow away from them.
Well,
How many undead are getting up?
all of them.
8.
All of them.
It's only 8.
Because I don't know.
2. Many.
It is only 8, but yes, they get up.
7.5.
What do you do?
Nothing. I've got to hold my spells. I've not got an infinite supply. We've burned through quite a few.
Okay. So you're going to do, was it guiding light? You can't
Searing flame. Let's throw in a searing flame. A sacred flame. Sorry. It's with the skull in range.
yes.
Flaming skull. Flaming skull.
Sorry.
Skull.
With a knob. My bad.
Let's talk about.
Or with a knob.
Let's not talk about wither creatures.
I really want to look at what with a knob is.
Don't Google that.
I'm not Googling it. That would,
Small
that would
flying
make my
wrinkly
night.
penis.
No, that is not what we're talking about. Your searing, your sacred flame, explodes in front of it. There's a shriek of pain from the flame skull.
That's how we roll.
There's a kind of the green fire around the head kind of flares for a second, giving it a strange kind of afro look for a moment, and then the flame shrinks back and a fireball streaks across the cavern towards you.
By what?
It's talking to you, bro.
Fireball. Can everyone make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
By what now?
So I can add my dex to my AC.
Was your shield?
Yes.
I will give my D6 to Brorna for a saving throw. Because I can do that with Bardic
Danger sense
Inspiration.
doesn't help with this, does it?
I've got a pretty decent roll, actually.
Not when you're already in danger.
Yeah, but I feel extra in danger. No, God, no. No.
Wow.
Double no. No.
Fucking hell,
my
Shepherd's
AC.
throwing it back.
Double no. Right.
Dex and Charisma are my best stats. That was a natural 20.
Whoa.
That was from 20. Right.
Is that right? So I've rolled 38.
Doesn't sound right.
If I add my AC,
No, you don't add
What?
your AC.
You just make
You
it
add your
up.
Dex modifier, which should be like 1 or 2.
no.
Just
no,
click
I
on your
can do-
dexterity save.
No, because my shield. Let me look it up. My shield
You can look
mastery
it up.
allows me
I
to take
guarantee you
Fucking rules, lawyer.
100%
Jeez.
doesn't allow you to add
I was going to say
17 onto your roll. I promise.
Because you're a hacking
90.
cheat hacker.
Burn, Munchkin.
Burning the flame skull's flames.
I will.
Got to look it.
But its skull laughs.
Next time you say, "Bring it on," this is too easy. Remind me to bury my axe in your head.
Feet.
There's a caveat to that. As long as we maintain current party formation.
Okay. So like I say, this kind of little sphere of fire zips over
Shazam.
towards you, explodes right in the center of you guys. Those of you that got 15 or greater, so Amarakis, Brorna, and Shepherd, you take
shields AC.
16 damage.
Oh.
Those of you that
This is
didn't
going to smart.
take 32 points of damage.
That'd have killed me.
That killed me.
Huge explosion, and it blasts most of you off your feet.
That's 11 hit points.
So
Down to
it's
15.
if you want it, I can add my shield's AC. What's
Which will
that?
be 1.
Which would be 1. Right. Okay. So I've got 20 because I rolled 17.
Yeah, you say
As your shield's AC bonus, but it does say if you're subject to an effect that allows you to take a dexterity saving to only take half the damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed in the saving throw by imposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect.
yes, you're fine.
That is correct. You've taken 0 damage.
Cool.
I took it.
Well done, Rules Lawyer.
Fucking rules lawyer.
Oh my god!
Very
There was a
D&D, well done.
There was, I hate to say it, but a bit of me just died, man.
It's just D&D, buddy. This is D&D. This is what we do.
You're not
in all
joining our group.
fairness,
Matt's not joining our group.
it's things like that make me go. Actually, we should play World of Darkness next week.
We
But-
definitely should.
But anyway, let's.
So I'm on fire.
My pleasure.
We said we'd try this.
We did. Oh,
It's
sorry.
changed,
I
Matt.
just
Matt,
was
you
sick of my mouth a
changed.
little bit.
gone
You've
back.
become one of them.
I've gone back to being 12 years old.
I'm wearing a particularly spiffy hat. Does that grant me any protection? Phil, you've frozen in a really funny
If I
pose.
succeed on a reaction test, then I don't take any damage. Anyway, the
Okay, everyone's on fire. Deal with it.
everyone's
Except the
on
rules
fire.
lawyer.
Apart from the rules lawyer.
No damage.
He was defended by his textbook.
Shield.
No damage.
He held up. He held up the manuals. Shield.
Yeah, I did. You're just jealous.
I can't believe you even read that.
You realise Phil will punish you extraordinarily in a short while.
Anybody with a shield takes triple damage.
Hold that thought. And so, there's a huge, like I say, huge explosion, all wreathed in flames. The flame skull chatters, the laughter echoing through the room again as the zombies start to move towards it. Those of you that are still standing, I have to say, the flames kind of seem to impact them as well. So it definitely damages them, and half of them drop, and the other half are on fire. So you're now flaming.
Oh no, burning zombies! It's your worst nightmare. No.
So next on the roster for action, Amarakis, you are on deck. Your action, please. Other than to grab the rules book and spin it around.
Yeah, I will.
Are you all dead?
Nearly.
Let's
Nearly.
wait.
No.
Let's wait and see.
Except Amarakis, he's fine.
Amarakis is fine. He's sitting behind his rule book of arseholeness. There we go.
Perfect. It was
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, so you've
Wearing
got,
his field manual.
the blast, when it hits the flame skull, kind of knocks it back and it skitters out of sight. It drops almost into that kind of channel that's been cut, that must run through, or must have run through the room at some point. But you see it kind of drop out of view.
Finish
it definitely isn't dead, but it's
finish it.
far enough out that it's probably a good 50-60 feet away from you right now. So the blast takes it back and out of sight. But you know it's still there. There are 3 flaming zombies still up, and a variety of exits. 3 more exits in this room.
And a flaming barbarian.
And a flaming barbarian. So, flaming barbarian. No, top of the round. So, Shepherd, what y'all doing?
Did you say it was 50 feet away, the flaming skull malarkey?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to dissonant whispers that motherfucker.
That's psionic damage.
Psychic, yeah.
Psychic, okay.
Probably just fucking fail anyway, but hey ho.
Hey ho, hey ho.
And there we go.
You go. And it goes, fuck you. If it
Every time I use a spell.
Really shit.
Yeah, well, that's fucking podcast.
No. So it doesn't. It's kind of. You almost get the sense here that it's moving out of line of sight and trying to get away. And it's not super quick. It can fly maybe 30-40 feet around, but it's perhaps far enough away that it could slip away further into the dungeon. But Grundak, you act next. So you're on deck. There are 3 flaming zombies closing in.
Well, I think I'm going to have to hit one whilst I smolder.
Yep.
22.
Nice. You drop the one that you're fighting. 2 remain standing. Like I say, you drop it. Interestingly enough, as soon as it hits the deck, the flames on it seem to kind of lick out, almost like suck back into its body, as if it absorbs some of the magic. But it's down. Next on deck, Amarakis.
Can I chase down the flaming skull? Want to get line of sight on it?
You can run. Kind of, you could do your move and then do a quick strike at range.
I'll go for that if I can get it in. If I can get an eye on it.
It'll be the last chance you guys have for a ranged damage this round.
Okay.
Wow.
Could have been worse. Not an actual
you,
play, but
you managed to run just to the edge of that kind of channel, and you can see it kind of. I was going to say limping, but a kind of disembodied head can't limp. It sort of bobs slowly away as if it's trying desperately to get away, and you catch it in a kind of straight section of the channel and fire your sacred flame. The thing explodes, and you just see the flames around it kind of flicker for a second and then go out, and the skull lands and rolls, just kind of rolls over onto one side.
I'll keep an eye on it. Suspiciously.
You keep an eye on it suspiciously. 2 more zombies that were still there are closing in on your comrades, and they actually go next because they had a reasonably good initiative roll. Bob. And check. Okay, first one is going to try and attack you, Andy.
How surprising.
What's your armor class?
18.
Yeah, okay. First one's a miss. The second one will probably go for you, Amarakis, because you're closest. What's your armor class?
It is 18.
Okay, that's a hit, I'm afraid. And I am going to hit you in the face. Apologies for this, but... okay, for 6 damage. It takes a hit at you and puts its flaming hand onto your kind of cloak to try and grab hold of you, trying to get as close.
I'll rebuke it.
You can rebuke it. Rebuke away.
I think it's 2d6, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
9
2d6.
damage. No,
You could-
5 damage. No,
5
9 damage.
That looks like 3 plus 2, which looks like 5 damage to me. But
Yes, but the 2 dice on the screen are 6 and 3, which threw me.
well,
Let's go with the sidebar.
5 damage is enough to kind of read it in lightning as it grabs hold of you. It kind of staggers. It staggers back with flames and lightning on its form now. A flaming and lightning covered zombie.
I think it just made the bad situation worse.
You may have. Lumarakis, you're on deck. What's your action, please?
Right, with the 2 zombies, the one that's flaming and lightning, can I shove that one out of combat and whack the other one?
No.
Right, okay. I'll just attack the one that's
Sorry, you've
flaming.
got nothing to add from the rulebook.
Sadly, no.
I'm pretty sure it says on page 213. But,
Paragraph 3, subsection 2.
24. Oh, it's a miss, I think. Well, this one just happens to be a zombie king. And his
Zombie
arm has
ninja.
25.
It's like a Matrix moment.
It specialises in dodging paladins.
Yeah, he headbutts you and you lose an arm.
And your sword.
No, so with a 24 you hit. Unfortunately, it's got the it hasn't got much punch behind it, so you kind of skewer it, turns to you. As if
Shove it.
Is that all you got? You shove it, knock it back. It will stagger. It though. Brorna. Oh no, that's fine. Yep, 12 is good. Brorna, you're on deck. What are you doing?
I will bolt them the dudes, the zombie flaming dudes. Whichever one looks like it's about to do damage to somebody. So that's probably
the
lightning flaming one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, one would argue from a strategic perspective, your barbarian Grundak is actually still on fire, so perhaps attacking the one that's fighting him might be a useful way to tackle it. But hey,
no, you raised a good point. I had moderately forgotten that somebody was on fire.
debating it.
Rebuke is 2d8, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. That's academic. You miss anyway. So
Yeah.
Eldritch Bolt, Zips, passing in. Eeny, meeny, miny, miss. Zips pass. Shepherd, sir, you are on deck.
Am I?
Yes.
Okay. I will just bing an arrow off at probably one that's the one that's looking least harmed. Need to start hacking them down.
Believe it or not, that's a kill. So
5 damage.
they're both pretty badly hurt actually. They took flame damage from the fireball. They've taken hits from a variety of folk, and you drop one. The remainder staggers, remains close to you, Grundak. Give me an attack roll to drop that son of a gun. Oh, it's not great, but actually, given that it's staggered from the shield bash, that's enough to drop it.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of damage. So yeah, he bumps it and it walks kind of straight into your field of fire.
I'll then drop and roll and try and put out the last of the flames.
You roll around on some of the other bodies.
Yeah.
The flames slowly go out. I have to say, those of you that were hurt are fairly badly hurt.
I am.
But yes, it goes quiet again.
I'm hungry now because all I can smell is cooked flesh.
It's your own.
There are.
I'll retrieve the skull.
Okay. Yeah, you go along. You can find the skull. You can pick it up. It just looks like a sort of slightly charred skull, but you're more than welcome to take it with you as a little souvenir.
Yeah, I will.
I'll just throw it in the oven.
No, I'm keeping it. It's my skull now.
Fair enough.
I'll hold up occasionally and go like, no.
No worries. Okay. You stick. Guys, you definitely get the sense.
What do you say, Mr. Skull?
You definitely get the sense there's still magic in this thing. So as soon as you pick it up and sort of heft it and put it in your pack or whatever, it definitely, you get the sense there's still magic in this thing.
I'll chuck it to Brorna. Brorna, is this safe?
I'll grab it. Is it safe?
Yeah, you catch it.
I think I should look after it.
It feels to you like a magical skull. There is definitely magic still bound within this.
As in magic we can use, or as in magic it might repair itself and come back to life and start doing bad stuff again?
You've no idea. It would require you to spend a short rest examining it to get some idea of just what mechanisms remain.
I can't be sure if it's safe and until I spend some time studying it, but it's definitely still contains magic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd rather not come back here in a couple of hours and find it awakened.
I might be able to tell you right now.
Okay.
I'll cast Identify.
That's identify. Yeah, no problem.
Oh look, I failed the spell.
It's you know what? I'm not really worried. Not really bothered about that. That's fine. That you cast Identify on it. There is necromantic magic bound within this skull still.
Ooh. Watch your little eyes light up.
And I will relate that.
So you
Really?
can determine there's magic in here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As to whether it's
properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any.
This does not require attunement to use, but there is necromantic magic within it. That's what you'll get. So,
There you go then.
Wow. Then I should definitely be carrying this.
I should definitely carry this. It
I want the staff, I want the skull, I want this. This is mine. And
Put the
this is
staff
mine.
on the
That's
skull.
mine.
Put the skull on the staff. Oh
That's
my
even
God.
better.
Take a monkey stick.
Okay.
Can I mount the skull on the staff? Is that a possibility?
It would require you to spend a short rest. Probably
Okay, I'll
manufacturing
plan
some
that for when we're not on death's door and facing more bad guys.
Okay, so the geography of this room, then.
I could do with a
Obviously,
sit down.
you guys have seen the kind of blast furnace area. You've got this channel that runs down through the room. There is an exit that you came in, which is at the south. There is an exit on the west, one on the east, and one in the north. You're more than welcome to head a little closer and maybe listen, have a little sort of scout before you go down them.
I'm going to have a look around for tracks.
Yeah, where the drow went.
If there's
This is a dressed stone floor, so there's no real tracks here.
not a smidge of dust.
Cavern where you saw. There's dust, but because there's dust here and because there's been a massive explosion, it's a little tricky to follow the footprints. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a detonation here.
So that's twice you've tried and still didn't get it, but there we go. So yeah, you have a little look around, nothing there.
Need a rest.
This, like I say, there are 3 unexplored exits from this room. Probably what I should check before you have a rest.
Yeah.
Breaking out.
No. You just say freaking out or breaking out?
No, your voice was breaking
Freaking
out
out,
on mine.
Yeah, breaking up.
All I can hear was someone's massive typing.
That would be me just making a note
keys.
of how many spell slots I've got left.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'll type stuff to.
I've got a sledgehammer.
Right.
Yeah, so
Why don't
like I say,
Grundak, Lumi, Amarakis, why don't you go check out these doors, see what's safe, see if we're safe to
none
stay
of them
here.
are doors. They're just
Archways.
So there's no safety here.
I will walk across to the northern one and peer down it.
Lumi, I'll come
Okay.
with you initially so I can see.
Yeah.
Grundak,
Okay.
you stay with Amarakis.
I'll check
could
the
be
entrance
fine.
with Amarak, with
You first.
Grundak.
Grundak, you first. Give me a stealth roll, please.
Still.
Uh-oh.
So as you kind of the passageway hangs a left almost immediately and opens out into a large cavern that looks like part of it's kind of crashed down to the floor. You can see from your vantage, you're quite sort of in shadows, you pop your head around, good stealth roll. You can see a handful of figures in the room, looking at what looks like a stream that runs down the center. So it runs north to south almost, and like I say, it's a broken crevasse in the middle. They are bugbears. So there's a handful of bugbears stood in that kind of section.
Yeah, I'm not in any condition to be fighting a handful of bugbears.
And a drow. And the drow is stood directing them.
Directing them to do what?
It's hard for you to interpret from...
Any gestures, though? Is he like pointing back towards the entrance that I'm lurking in?
Yeah,
No,
is he
he's
like
pointing-
slitting his throat and pointing towards us, or anything?
Yeah, is he pointing that way?
Yeah.
No. So what it looks like is this chasm.
Oh, Phil, you're breaking,
You're breaking
up.
up badly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte got Netflix
Kind
going.
of- it's clearly deep, quite deep. So these guys are actually being lowered down into the chasm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just
Hello?
broke out for a little bit.
Yeah, you
We
backed
got
up,
the
just
last
dropped.
bit.
The bugbears are being lowered down
Got a
into
bit
a chasm, we
pixely.
heard.
Yes. Can you hear
So
me now?
this-
Am I okay?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
you're
stream's
recovering,
at the bottom
yeah.
of the chasm.
And like I say, you can see a handful of bugbears, some around the top, some are clearly inside the chasm, and directing them is a tall male dark elf in, let's say, leathers.
Right, well, I know his eyesight's going to be good enough, so I will back away slowly.
Yeah.
Okay, back away. Who was exploring the passageway to the west?
It's Brorna and Lumi, I think, wasn't it?
Okay. Brorna and Lumi, you've got what looks like a continuation of the passage from the banquet hall on your left hand side, and straight ahead of you is a secure door. I have to say, this does look remarkably similar to the barracks doors that you've seen previously, kind of riveted, iron banded, strong doors.
Can we hear anything?
So it's barricaded, kind of. No, it's just you could go if you go up close to it,
Yeah.
ear to door. You can
Yeah.
hear bugbears inside.
Can I
So
estimate
half
the
a dozen.
number?
So.
Oh,
half a dozen.
shit. This is bad. Is there anything around that we could
Who's
stop the door?
exploring the east?
No one yet, I don't think.
I was gonna explore the north, but Grundek's already done it, so I'll look east.
Okay.
And so will I. Don't really want to get at anybody. I'm not staying here on my own. Everyone's pissing off everywhere else. Marth dead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, no problem. What you do is as you guys had a look, have a little look down the eastern passage. It's not terribly long. There's a bit of a chink in it, and you can see a large open cavern with two pretty well defined areas to it: an upper section and a almost a lower section, kind of wave, a beating wave in time with the pulsing crash of the wave sound from a room that's locked from the door, almost like it's been artificially built. So like an artificially built room on the upper section that goes into the wall, and on the lower section, quite smart, again, kind of built kind of wooden construction that comes out from the wall, but it looks, even though it must be hundreds and hundreds of years old, it looks quite an impressive place, almost like ornamental, perhaps like a lord's quarters. And the last thing to note is that the ceiling here is covered in glimmering, look like stars, looks like a night sky in here. So large, maybe 100-foot cavern, 2 sections, a building in front of you that has kind of magical energy that you can feel from this distance, and a lower section which looks like it's got quite an ornamental structure in it. Okay. I presume you guys all meander to the middle and go, oh, no. I want to go that way.
Yeah.
The eastern passage seems to be the most sensible at the minute because it doesn't contain any bugbears.
It's the most interesting.
Well, when you come back, what's the conversation that you have then? So I guess as you all sort of
compare notes,
well,
I think.
When everybody gets back in sort of the same little circle, I'm going to cast a prayer of healing because I think everyone's a bit banged up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost half of my health in that one blast. Messed my shit right up.
Make it.
Okay. Is that it?
Make it rain.
18 hits back.
Yes.
Yes.
I
That's
cast
all
that
of them.
And back to full.
Yay!
You are a handy lizard to have around.
Here, once more.
Save that one.
Yeah.
You can do that once more.
Yeah.
Once more
Yeah.
for fee.
Save that for the next time we're nearly at
In
death's
the
door.
next room.
Yeah.
Next fight.
Next fight.
The next room. Save that for the next room.
Okay, so let's compare notes. We've got to secure what looks like barracks door with, I would estimate, half a dozen bugbears behind it.
Fantabulous.
Yeah.
Well, we can take
What if-
half a dozen bugbears, but it's an easier way.
What
Mute,
what
Andy?
have you found?
I'll have to let Medz explain because
You're on
Phil
mute.
cut out a lot while I was listening.
It cut out a lot as well, but the gist of it is that there's a load of are they just minerals or something in the ceiling, which is just giving off a glow, some deposits, or is it fungus or something?
Makes it look like a starry cavern.
No.
Well, there we go.
Did I hear you right? Was there like the wave that we'd heard crashing? Was that in there?
No, that was just a lot closer. I think it was just echoing in that chamber a lot more.
No,
It was a big chamber.
There was a
You're breaking up, dude, really
there was
badly.
a magical. Pop off and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to nip outside, get the fan because it's bloody boiling in here.
It's
Yeah.
kind of hot in here, actually. Yeah, he started off crystal clear, but he's got gradually choppier and choppier. Can't make out a
Yeah.
thing of that description. It sounds really interesting, the little bits that I'm getting. Something like Lord's Quarters, starry ceiling, huge crashing wave. Ah.
Yeah, you tease, give us the whole thing.
Mm.
Okay. Is that any better now, guys? Or?
Yay!
Much better.
You're back.
Your voices, but I haven't got your video yet.
That's coming.
Oh, God,
Yay!
yeah.
Oh,
crystal
that's
clear.
better. Wow.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh.
It must have a memory leak or something, because it kind of degrades as you go along.
And your computer.
Computer's fine. Runs everything else.
Okay.
Um,
Can you give us a description of that room again? Because I didn't catch much of it, to be honest.
Okay. So the room to the east is around about 100 foot, 100 feet across. It's raised in one area and lower in the other. You have this ceiling effect with mineral deposits that must be in it, which gives it the impression of like a sort of starry sky almost, kind of sparkling. There is a building that's created as part of the wall up here in the top section, and there is a powerful feeling of magic from within it. On the lower section, there is again like part of what looks like either quarters or some structure that's been built, but has quite an ornamental look to it, even hundreds and hundreds of years after its creation. It's still quite an impressive looking building. So I don't know how much that helps, but That's what you see.
Okay. I'm none the wiser, but at least I have the description now.
Okay.
At least a building's more defensible.
And the other area? What was there?
So, if you were to disturb the bugbears in the barracks, they might call their friends from the cavern I found. There are about 6 or 7 of them in there. They seem to be interested in a stream that bisects the cavern in a kind of a lower chasm area. And there's a drow there directing them. A male drow.
Right.
Okay. So,
So,
where would you like to head off?
well,
I think you're on mute, Medz.
Yes, I was. I think, now that you can hear me.
so really,
most
we need
sensible
to
option.
we need to take out the drow on those bugbears, but I don't see how we're going to do that without attracting the others.
Start your sentence in the middle of mine.
Maybe we use that as a distraction to lure the other bugbears into a trap. An ambush. If they're going to respond to an attack on the northern
Does that mean splitting the party?
You never split the party. Yeah, split the party.
Why
Could
don't we
possibly
just-
go wrong?
Why don't we just leave them all alone and go and rest up in the building for now?
I can take
Because
6
if they're-
bugbears.
If they're lowering, if they're interested in that, there must be something interesting down there. Surely.
Maybe fish.
I doubt it.
I don't think a drow would stand in there. I suppose he is a man.
Me and Lumi could take 6 bugbears. If you take the north.
We should lure them into the tunnel so we can fight them one-on-one.
We could hold them at the door. There's a doorway, isn't there?
Can we? Which way were the hinges on the door for the barracks? Did it go in or out? Could we barricade that door and stop them coming out, or seal it? Does anyone have any magic that could seal the door? Could you melt it with breath or anything like that? No. No.
At me and Lumi just stare at you.
We'll just give you like a strange look.
What?
Just checking.
Okay.
Could we
Maybe
bolt?
Grundak could, maybe.
Could we bolt the door from the
I will
outside?
glower at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Don't think so.
That's what I'm asking.
You don't believe so?
I have to be honest, I'm surprised nobody came at the sound of battle before.
And me. A fireball went off in here.
Yep.
My screams alone should have summoned them.
Got to remember that wave resonates quite regularly and it booms through the cavern.
That's right.
Still think we need rest.
This isn't a
I think
safe
we need
place
to
to rest.
Yeah, we can't. We're surrounded by enemies.
And the drow that
There
went
is-
through here and seen
Right
us.
here.
There is a room to the east with buildings which are much more defensible.
Hmm.
And there may be something of note or something of use.
Exactly.
Let's explore that way. At least might give us a place to rest.
Okay.
I'm sure they're safe.
So you, if you guys gather up and head to the east,
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll look
Phil,
suspiciously
before we
at the
leave
cleric
this room-
while walking.
Before we leave this room, what else was in here? If we had a good look around,
yeah,
there was like a blast furnace and everything. Have we like,
a
checked
blast
it
furnace.
out?
There was coal, big stacks of coal. This is where they would have brought their unrefined ore to go and smelt it. And the apparatus
into
is here.
ingots.
Yeah, the apparatus is here, and the molds and everything. But clearly, it has been a long, long time since this was triggered and started. So all the gears are kind of rusted. You imagine that there's a mechanism that allows you to flood the channel, which would turn the water wheel and start the kind of bellows running and everything. But it's been long since quiet, this place.
I'll give it a once over, see if there's anything worth.
You
Yeah.
can check it out. You can find some an unrefined set of kind of metal ingots that look as though they've been part prepared, but they're covered in caked in dust and kind of the ravages of time. So kind of sat next to a dust pile, very heavy, but perhaps something you guys could collect up on your way out.
Yeah.
So this crashing wave, I'm thinking That's where we need to be. That's definitely not
Way back
natural,
on
which
cover.
means it's either defending something, stopping people get somewhere, which means something interesting.
Or it's just a natural phenomenon that gives this place its name.
There is that.
Where's the story in that, Shepherd? I thought you'd be on board with my thinking here.
Very true. I assume you're having this conversation while you walk to the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, if the bugbears are being lowered down there, is it because that's the direction that it is? They're obviously down here for a reason.
They live here.
What are they searching for in that chasm?
Exactly, they're looking for something.
Fish.
I don't think it's fish.
I think it's unlikely that it's fish. Bugbears eat
Why?
things.
They wouldn't lower them down to get fish.
Yes.
Trust me, I'm a drow. I know
Trust me,
these.
I'm a drow. I know these things. Yes, I do.
Trust you.
Okay, you've read
You're
the
a
big book
drow.
of drow.
So you stood in this, like I say, you stood in this starry cavern. The building on this upper section has a kind of pretty sturdy looking door. On closer inspection, it's a large double door with engravings upon it, and a starburst in the middle.
Engraving is like
Carved
Can we read
wood.
them?
No, they
Are
look.
they pictures?
They're
of
just
it?
pictorial.
Yeah, they're just pictorial.
Any windows?
I'll stop and examine them. Do they say any interesting story being told in the pictographs? Like,
It would be a fair assumption to say that this is a place of power.
good.
Nothing ever good ever came from this kind of nonsense.
Two sort of sturdy handles, no lock. It would seem.
Maybe this was the mage's place before he became a flaming skull.
Just give the whole doors a once over. I don't plan on touching anything, but I just want to see if there's anything nefarious.
You have no idea what nefarious looks like.
Well, like some kind of
There is
nonsense.
no great cleaver hanging to one side.
Well, that's fine. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, you have a look.
That's-
there are no great
Press here.
cleavers.
That's as good as it gets for me when it comes to
Can
traps.
have I got anything that can check in terms of magical trappings?
Not unless you have a particular spell that you can use, which I don't
That-
believe you have.
No, I don't. I hate it
Because
when you say that though, because it always makes me think maybe you know something about something I can do that I've
You're
got.
pretty much.
detect magic, maybe, Joe.
I was going to say the last time I checked, Brorna was pretty much loaded up as an artillery platform.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Divine sense.
Okay, yeah, you can kick off a divine sense, no problem. So you'll definitely get
Making that
the
voice.
you definitely get the impression that this is a place of power. So you can sense magic from deeper within. That much is absolutely crystal clear. You do get a sense of another presence though in the room, and let me just check. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not evil.
I'm always
So no, it
suspicious.
doesn't. You get the sense that there is a sentient presence within the room, but it's not evil.
You sharing that with the class?
I will say we are not alone,
What?
but we are
Spin
we are
round.
not we are not in the presence of an evil being.
Yes, we
That
are.
makes a change for down here.
if we looked at Brorna,
I was about to say, I'll look at Brorna.
Hey!
It's like Erin 2.0 with just a sunnier disposition.
so would you say it's
Are
safe
we-
to open?
Yeah, people skills.
I have no means of detecting either traps or magic here.
No,
Are we
right.
going in?
Yeah,
Set my face. I'll open the
I
doors.
don't know.
Okay.
yeah. Detect trap, range touch.
Yes, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you push open these big heavy doors, and what you can see within is a large workshop that looks like it's been badly damaged by a spell battle. So you can see kind of blasts of energy that have scorched the place. Work tables take up kind of two corners of the room are scorched. Plaster has been kind of burnt off the walls. In the middle of the room, there's a stone pedestal, and atop it is a small brazier with an eerie green flame dancing up in it. It seems completely undamaged compared to the rest of the room, which looks like it's been absolutely, kind of turned over with a magical combat. Behind the brazier of green flame floats a spherical creature about 4 foot across with eye stalks protruding from its center mass.
I'm going to kill you,
show
Mike.
you a picture. I've revealed the picture to you. Roll
Great. Just great.
4 eye stalks protrude from the center mass, 2 on each side, and in the center of its body is a large eye that stares at you. In a thick, psionic burble, it says, "Greetings, travelers."
Greetings.
Greetings.
What brings you to the Forge of Spells?
We've heard of the Forge of Spells, haven't we?
You have?
I've
It was
heard
in a
of the Forge of
dwarven.
Spells.
It was in a book you read.
I'll
Book that you have with you.
I'll just turn away a few steps and just pick out the book and have a squiz. While these lot engage in conversation, I'll just do a
It's
A
talking
recap?
telepathically to you guys as you start to leaf through the book.
I'll say to Lumi, keep it talking, I want to check something.
We are here on a quest.
A quest. What quest is it that brings you so far beneath the earth?
I'll show you the symbol that we're all bearing.
The eye kind of narrows a little. You bear one of the marks. One of Lathander's faithful. You can see, interesting enough, the main eye is fixed on Lumi. The other eyes start to look at you guys and see the symbols that you're wearing.
That must be so confusing in the brain.
Lathander's, a group full of Lathander's chosen. Interesting. Has Mormesk sent you?
No.
Who?
Mormesk.
Who is he? Or she? Or it?
It narrows its eye even further. I can tell if you're lying.
How long have you been down here? Who's Mormesk?
The passage of time is hard to fathom, so deep beneath the earth. Much time has passed, much dust has settled.
We don't know no Mormesk.
Good. Then what brings you here?
This. Flick the symbol, and I'm following them.
We come for different reasons. I've had a vision.
We all seek Lightbringer.
You see light. Well, you have found the Forge of Spells. It is defended by me. You sense like a sort of slight building of power within it, as if like magic effects are kind of sparking to life.
Any further on what the Forge of Spells is?
Yeah. What's in the book, Phil?
The Forge of Spells was in, I think it was Nandro's missive on the delve that he did into Wave Echo Cave. The Forge of Spells is where Lathander's Lightbringer was forged.
This is where Lightbringer was forged.
It kind of, the eye turns to you. What do you know of Lightbringer? Is that why you are here?
It's the mace that we see in our visions.
There's a crackle of energy around one of the eyes.
Is Lightbringer here? In the Forge of Spells?
It was made here.
Is it still
It was.
here?
It remains here, and I protect it.
Protect it from who and why?
Mormesk and the followers of Shah.
We fought one of those creatures.
I'm hard to believe.
You said you can tell if I'm lying. I killed it.
More of a team effort.
There's a bob to it, if that's a nod. I've stood here vigil for many years. Are you here to take the vigil from me?
I'll just look across at Amarakis. He's the one holding the book.
Are we?
The work here is
Are
done.
we here? Are we here to use Lightbringer in some way?
We are pledged to stand against the forces of night. If that
Perhaps
means
we
that
should be using Lightbringer.
We are Lightbringer to that effect. Maybe we are here to claim it.
Yeah.
But claim it, not take it.
To use it
mine's-
in the same.
But the mine still functions, does it not? Where
Mine.
are the masters?
The mine is long dead.
Overrun with bugbears and drow.
Impossible. Impossible.
A great battle was fought here. We've seen its passing as we travel through these caverns.
Shakes his head. There has been no battle. These are lies you speak of. The kind of voice gets louder.
Look inside my head.
We're not lying to you.
Kind of growls. Someone give me a persuasion check.
You're on deck, Shepherd.
Yeah.
See if you can.
Oh, now
you
he's
can-
on with it.
Yeah.
Well,
We
I
always
would
want
ask,
you to
you know,
It's only Brorna that just keeps interrupting you.
Do you want me to give a persuasion as well?
No, you stay there. I don't think you got any feats that give you persuasion checks. Have you?
I have got a proficiency in
Well,
persuasion.
I don't have a proficiency.
But he said, yeah, the mine's dead.
Yes, on page 67.
I'm more of a rousing speech kind of into
Yeah.
battle persuasion than I am a persuading a floating eye to
Okay.
do anything.
Yeah. It looks. Whilst the eye looks kind of dangerous, like it's sparked off these kind of energy fields around it. There's something. It's lacking certainty. It clearly had a view where it's confused about the passage of time. It recognizes it's been here for a long time, but it still thinks that the. Sorry,
What?
on earth was that?
How
Why?
was that?
My phone.
I think that was Mike.
It really would.
It seems confused about the passage of time, and when Shepherd explains it, it seems to kind of look confused.
I was going to go down the lines of trying to persuade it that we've come to release it from its vigil. That we work for the owners of the mine, and the mine is now, as it's now no longer in use, his vigil is no longer required.
Kind of when you take that line with it, the energy fields seem to drop. So there is no obligation upon me to remain here.
You are freed of all obligation. You have carried out your task with great honor.
There's a kind
Now
of
you may rest.
maniac smile as this horrible kind of razor-filled maw sort of grins like a huge twisted smile.
Yeah, grip my axe
My
tighter.
stay here is over.
You are free.
It starts to laugh. It's like huge, raucous laughter, clearly completely insane. Cackles. One of the eye stalks turns, and you can feel a swell of magic, and a shimmering field appears on the wall, and it drifts towards it, cackling. No more Mormesk. No more mine. No more. Whoop, and it's gone. As it steps
Right.
through, the shimmer ends.
Lightbringer.
Yeah. Let's go get that bad boy.
Okay, in the southeastern corner of the room, you can see the spectator was guarding a long table. The scorches and stuff are all around it, but not on this table. Lying atop it is a solid brass mace with that starburst head, and it pulses with light.
Mace.
Next to it is an ornate breastplate with a dragon carved on its chest, kind of right in the center of its chest.
Not yours, Brorna.
No.
So
No.
that's not for you, Brorna. Yeah, you look at it. You can, like I say, you can see Lightbringer, and next to it, interestingly enough, you've got there is a little sort of brass stand that almost kind of holds Lightbringer up on the desk, and you can see written in Dwarven is Lightbringer, the name, and beside the breastplate, again propped up, says Dragon Guard.
Whoa.
These two, what feel like quite powerful, quite potent, magical.
You best
pieces.
you best take the breastplate, Lumi. You're the only one who can wear it.
Amarakis can wear it.
Oh, I suppose, but he's the mace wielder, isn't he?
Yep.
Yes, now you mention it, yes. That's what they've always called me.
The mace wielder.
I got a bit. Nobody's actually mentioned, by the way, what happened around my axe the last time I fought, have they?
No one's mentioned it to you.
I didn't see it.
No one's
While they're all having their conversation,
Yep.
I will have just gone over to Lightbringer and picked it up quite reverently, because this is the end of the task that my mentor started many, many years ago.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I haven't laid
Completed
hands
the
on it.
task.
fantastic. As
So
you
I'll be just ignoring the rest of them and just be like, wow,
You
you know
pick it
what,
up.
I did it.
Lightbringer feels when you're kind of looking at it on the table, you think that looks heavy, like, solid brass, sort of slightly burnished with age, a big flanged head, sort of ornate in the sense, it's kind of almost, it's a mimic of Lathandar's symbol, the light starburst. But when you heft it, there's not much weight to it, sort of probably the equivalent weight of a short sword. Quite light in the hand, and as soon as you pick it up, there's a kind of almost a pull in your mind from the mace, and those of you in there, it's quite quiet as there's this sort of slight argument here and there and conversations, but when you say Lightbringer, it bursts into light and fills the room with the same kind of radiant glow that you see from Amarakis's radiant strike. Well, as soon as you say Lightbringer, it flares with this kind of golden shine. Feel the weight of centuries.
That
You have
is amazing.
Not yours.
Oh,
Brother, you can wield a mace as well as I. These two artifacts are clearly meant to go together. And this is your quest that I support. It wasn't mine.
Haven't.
I think Lightbringer is destined for your hands, as is the breastplate.
What about Shepherd? It was his quest to find this. Well, weren't we brought together because of Shepherd's master? Surely it should be him that carries it.
I was going to say, some of you were brought together to complete a simple task, which was completed some time ago.
Yep. It's
only
nothing
one
to do with
that
me,
had
this.
Dungeon delve really was Shepherd.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I was there for the symbol and symbol only. I came to aid you guys. I don't care who wields it.
Shepherd?
We came following our vision.
I'll just be stood there silent, looking at Shepherd.
If Shepherd has claimed the mace, we're not going to fight him for it.
It's not a case of claiming it. I think you're looking at all this wrong. It's not something to be possessed.
Then what?
I believe Lightbringer was forged for a purpose.
It's not a simple trinket to just say, oh yeah, I can swing that the best, I'll take that.
Symbol.
My master was searching for this for his entire... It was his life's work to find this. And he died never getting anywhere near it.
And what did he intend to do with it when he found it? That's what we need to know. And that will tell us.
He was simply searching for the meaning of these...
His name wasn't Mormes.
No.
That would be terrible right now. That would be awful.
That's Shepherd's first name.
I'll say in Draconic to Lumi, although I have always been curious why the cat hated him.
I would use these with purpose.
While everybody
I have a path of
chatting,
I just hold it out. Go then.
I'll go mooch around the rest of the room, just poking around, basically.
As you turn, you can see a slender figure leaning against one of the doors.
Drow, is it?
Yeah.
I'll shout, Drow! And charge.
Whole person.
That's what I'm going to cast.
Right, what's my resist?
Will save.
Beg your pardon?
Roll your will save, please.
Will? So is that charisma or wisdom or what?
Wisdom.
Oh dear.
Lol.
No.
Drow!
Yep. So you go. You go to heft the axe and charge him, and there's a kind of casual gesture. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting, says the drow with a sort of smirk. You can see behind him the bugbears stepping up.
I cast hold person as well, Phil. Did it take?
No, not with your roll there. No. So yeah, you cast it. You just feel it. You feel it kind of settle on him, but the kind of net from whole person doesn't hold. It just kind of slides off him. You see another drow step up next to him. Tall, powerfully built, broad shoulders, slick back, white hair. He bears a tall staff with a spider, kind of stylized spider, kind of splayed back.
The black spider, I presume.
He smiles. You can see, weirdly, the other guy who's kind of very relaxed, leaning against the wall. He's got these brilliant white teeth and seems quite dapper. There's something slightly dishevelled about the bigger drow, and when he opens his mouth is just black, and you see kind of sort of black ichor drip down from it as he speaks. I am indeed the spider. Paralyze. And you see him step in, and you all feel this wave of magic hit you as he steps in and kind of raises a gnarled hand. And there's a kind of, you can tell there's a powerful magic kind of boil off him as it hits you guys. Everyone wisdom save, please.
Do I need to bother?
No. You don't need to bother, Grandak. Oh. Oh.
Some cracking rolls there, guys.
Oh, crikey. Roll 20 just basically went.
Screw you.
No. Party wipe.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nesnar kind of walks in. You're all stood there, paralysed, and he kind of walks across. He walks across to you, Shepherd. I have to say, there's a point as he kind of gets close to it where you actually see light bring a flare to life, and he kind of sort of shies away from it and turns. Arok, and you see one of the bugbears step in. Take that thing.
Has anybody got inspiration?
Huge bugbear steps across, grabs and sort of snatches it out of your hands, Shepherd. Kind of hefts it. So there's a smile, and you think for a second he might just nail Shepherd with it. Yes. No, I have plans for these. Bring them with me. Bring them now. He walks back to the door, and the bugbears start to come into the room and head over and quite roughly drag you guys out. Outside the room, there's there's probably 2 or 3 more bugbears. So all of the bugbears are here. There is yet another drow, and up above you, you can see large spiders kind of clambering down from the ceiling. Maybe 6 giant spiders all kind of clamber down on these, thin silvery webs.
There's not a need for that. That's unnecessary.
Can everybody roll me a wisdom save again? So
No.
Yes. Make it
all
good.
make your brilliant. No. Oh,
Better.
okay.
On deck.
Me and
Dragonborn
save
on
rolls.
Oh,
There's some mighty good rolls there, right? So those of you that break a 20, you feel the effect slacken. Brorna, you could just about move.
yeah.
You like it's a real strain. It almost feels a little like poison, like kind of poison seeped into you, and you're slowly getting movement back. Both Amarakis and Amarakis, you feel the kind of power is still there, but your paralysis fades.
I'll lock
Shoot you a
eyes
gla-
with Lumi.
So
Yes.
you're kind of being dragged back through the starry chamber. It looks like you're being dragged towards the smelting room. Doing anything?
No, playing possum.
I was going to say there's a lot of bad guy around here for just the 2 of you to pop free.
I'll do the same.
Although it does hold a certain appeal.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Fuck it, I'm casting Thunderwave.
Oh,
From the
the
hammer,
phrase
3rd level.
just got real. Go. Let's see this
Okay,
roll.
let me just check
Thunder.
the numbers. This is Thunderwave,
Thunder.
cast at level 3, and I'm going to
It is.
use my Tempest
To max.
Thunderwave.
to max damage.
Ho!
Yep,
Yes.
do it.
Okay, so let me just check what the damage is of a 3rd level Thunderwave.
Do it. Do it.
Massive, hopefully.
A
Love it.
Thunderwave
Do it.
is
It's not
2d8
massive,
Thunder,
it's the
so that's
knockback.
48 maxed.
1d4 divided by 2.
32.
32.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Narrate the activation of it, please.
There is a brief crackle of lightning around Amarakis, and then suddenly an absolutely awe-inspiring explosion of concussive thunder erupts from him, scattering foes in all directions.
And it absolutely does, right? It blows all the bugbears, and you guys get hit by the kind of concussive force of it, but it throws everybody to the winds, kind of scatters everybody from the point of the kind of epicenter to this, which is right where Amarakis is based. The spiders skitter backwards. The front 2 or 3 hurt. The back 2 or 3 sort of pushed back. The drow run. First thing they do, you see the guy in leathers. He runs, kind of makes a bolt straight ahead, and behind him, Nesnar, who kind of gets hit by the kind of almost the edge of this wave, turns his staff down and spits a huge magic web across the floor. But him and the other drow run into that crevasse, that big crevasse chamber with the big rift in the middle and the stream. So they head for the hills while the bugbears try and clamber up. Most of the bugbears, though, are sporting terrible injuries like broken bones as they sort of stagger. So if you wanna pursue, they'll get strikes on you. But the alternative is you could stand here and take them down, and it might give your friends the chance to break free.
Plus, Lightbringer's here.
Right, bring us here.
Lumi, take up Lightbringer and go after them.
Yeah. I pursue the greater evil, so I'll do that.
I'll stay here and protect these guys while they're down.
Lumi's like, let's fuckers. grabs you grab Lightbringer, kind of race
Splitting
off
the
after
party, splitting the party.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Lumi.
Okay, so those of you that haven't managed to break free yet, so
Oh, I can't yet then. Yeah, I can't move yet. I
Shepherd,
thought maybe.
Brorna,
Yeah.
and Grundak, can you roll me a whiz save again, please? Grundak pings free. Shepherd falls on his face. Brorna pops through.
hasn't rolled over 10 in a fucking
Yeah.
3 wisdom save.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, you guys stiff, but actually able to move.
Howl.
Well, do you
Well,
need to
how-
break?
50. But actually, as soon as Grundak rages, Shepherd, because you're close to him, it hit the wave of his kind of pack rage hits you, and the paralysis drops away. So you guys have got half a dozen pretty badly injured bugbears bearing down on you, a handful of spiders, although the giant spiders seem to scuttle away. It looks like they're almost trying to follow
Now,
Nesnamar,
master.
so they kind of skitter around while the bugbears attack. And like I say, it's kind of, but we'll start with everybody's favourite initiative. Initiative, please.
It's a roll of 3.
That is pretty impressive, dude. Your rolling is pretty special tonight.
Oh
As
my
well as
god, I'm
you
equal
should
Remain
first.
paralysed.
Yeah, maybe you are still paralysed. Is this possible? Brorna, are you at the top of the round?
No.
Oh,
He hasn't skipped you once tonight.
I know.
He'll start now, don't worry.
I almost feel
guys,
loved.
I did that joke last week. That's already done.
Well, I'm
top of the round.
going with Lumi, so
Yeah, you kind of head off after, kind of race after Lumi.
can I
I'll
kick off a firebolt to take out the web as we're moving? Is that or do I have to stop
it's
to do
on
it?
the floor.
Right. Okay.
Kind of points web, which is a spell, at the floor. This kind of ghostly webs.
You haven't got a dispel magic or anything, have you?
That would
I'm
mean
a taco
utility.
I was going to say she's a
Yeah.
mobile.
She's a battle
She's not-
platform, isn't she?
That's
am.
one of the things that, you know, in time, as you guys do more and more of this stuff, you'll realise that actually there's a hell of a lot of utility to magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Brorna eschews in favour of life-sucking
Yeah.
energies.
So
Detect magic. How much life can I get back from that?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, like I say, you guys, I'll come to Matt. I'll come to you as Lumi and Brorna in a second. Let's just tackle this kind of combat-y bit, and I'll catch back up with you in a second. So Grundak, you're on deck. What are you doing?
Okay, first and foremost, is the bugbear that was carrying Lightbringer still holding it, or did he drop it during the blast?
Drop it.
Brilliant.
I've got it.
Okay,
I'll pick
good.
it up.
Right. So I'm going to lay into the nearest one, basically.
Okay. Remember, you're rolling with advantage.
Yes, I've already changed that. 22.
Yeah, that is more than enough.
I'm proper snarling and raging and growling at this now, so full on wolfed.
Yeah, you smash into him with the axe. Leaves a pretty wicked-looking wound on him, but he still stands. Next on deck, Shepherd. It must feel like it's almost top of the round, Shepherd.
Sorry, because out there, like, sort of the fire. What's the situation? What
so
happened
the
in the actions
situation-
before me?
There haven't been that many. Brorna gives it legs, and she runs off to follow Amarakis. So her and Lumi are heading after the drow. And Grundak's just engaged his rage ability, and you've all kind of you feel that kind of powerful influence over your combat. And he's just Grundak's just smashed one of the bugbears, and it's now you
I'm losing you, Phil.
Oh, yeah, we're losing you.
Breaking up again.
Yeah.
It's you on.
You're just pulling your poo face.
Oh,
Now it's your cum face. Make it stop.
it's been 20 minutes.
I need to go.
It's probably best he refreshes actually before we go into combat. 'Cause it'd be really annoying with sort of stuttery narrative.
Yeah.
Do you hit him? You.
We'll fix this in post.
Edit him out.
Hey,
And we're back in the room.
Yo, that's better.
So I'm sorry, Shepherd.
shop.
There's lots of fighting going on. Grundak's hit stuff. Your turn.
How many enemies is there? Is there a group of them that I can get with a shatter without blowing fucking Grundak to pieces?
Yeah, you're right. You're right with them. You
So I
could
can-
do a shatter behind them.
That's what I mean. I can center it up to 60 feet away, and it has a 10-foot radius. So
Yep, absolutely.
I'll do that to get whatever I can in them. And
Shatter.
now I'll just roll. I'll just roll my failure. Oh my god! It actually worked.
Not with that, you know. That is an absolutely precision placed shot. Roll your damage, which is bloody ridiculous. D6.
It's 3d8, I think.
All right, 3D.
Shatter. So yeah, 3d8 thunder.
There is a slightly wimpier kind of crack of thunder. No, in fairness, Shatter's incredibly effective. So these bugbears have already been injured by the thunder wave. Most of them kind of staggering back up to their feet, sort of step back into the fight. And just as kind of Grundak nails one of them, the shatter kicks off just behind them, smashing them from behind and pushing the spiders further away. So the spiders skitter off and head towards the barracks entrance. They kind of clearly decided, oh, we're not going to take a direct route. We're going to fuck off down here. So they slip away into the shadows. But there's only two bugbears remain standing, sort of staggering from the impact, both front and back. So yeah, very effective. And Amarakis, your action, please.
I'm casting a bless before Lumi and Brorna get out of range.
Oh, go on.
I've dropped the spell card into the window.
I've got you. Yep. So this gives them a D4,
Yeah,
an extra D4. It's to 3 people, isn't it?
3 people. I'll take the other one.
Okay. So just remember, guys, you can add it to your attack roll or saving throws. All right. You managed to get the bless off just as they're heading out. So the camera switches and pans to see Lumi and Brorna kind of giving chase. And you hit this kind of block, this cube of webbing that fills the space, and it kind of has gone from the floor and sort of stacked up. So you run through it. You can make me a Dex save, please. Or is it actually? Let me just check. Let me just double check. Yeah, it is a Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Use the D4 then.
Use the D4.
Use the D4.
Let me just add my
Oh,
D4 on. Oh, cool.
okay. Yeah, that's fine for both of you.
23.
Yeah. Managed to slip through that with no problems. Kind of deftly managed to sort of slip through the webs without them catching you. It does slow you a little.
Are they in sight?
Yes. They are
So-
inside.
Bane.
Okay. Yep, no worries.
Hex.
D4 minus to their actions.
Which
And
one?
Hex, I'm casting.
I can do 3 people with Bane.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yep. Okay. And you're going to roll. Oh, go on. Give me a shot at Hex then, please.
Hex.
Yeah.
Oh, did this
So
character sheet?
Ooh, what does Hex do?
yeah,
It's good.
yeah, it's good. So would I just roll int as normal for it?
Just do
The
a
Hex.
roll.
It's int plus your spell casting bonus, I think.
20.
Hello.
plus my. Do I add my D4 to that as well? For that, is it classed as an attack or
I
no?
don't think so. No.
Okay, and which one are you targeting? The spider guy with the staff or the guy in leathers?
The big dude. Is he
Spider
the-
guy.
Big
He's
dude.
the spider guy. Yeah.
Spider guy. Nesnar.
That's
Yep.
not.
You lock the hex on him. You feel the magic settle on him. That kind of strange tang that comes from this warlock magic, which is still quite new to you, but surprisingly effective. You actually see Nesnar stagger under the weight of the curse that hits him, and the guy next to him kind of slows down for a second to sort of support him and pick him up and help him, and they run up a short kind of slope on the other side of this room, kind of heading towards a passageway ahead of them.
So how far away are they? Because the other thing I was going to do, I don't know if I could do.
About 60 feet.
Oh, they're out of range for a lightning then.
I believe so.
He operates at disadvantage now, doesn't he? As well. Yes.
30 feet for lightning.
Yeah, 30 feet.
That-
Yeah, short range shenanigans. But you guys are giving it legs and following them. Are you just going to follow them straight, or that you can see, like I say, you can see in this kind of this room with this kind of rift in the middle and the stream running through it. The shortest route is obviously to follow them, but there is another exit, one on the right, which they're heading for, but there is one on the left as well. So it's your call. Are you just going to follow them and?
I'll just follow. To be honest, I'll follow Lumi. So whichever way strategically you want to go, it's not my
No problem.
not my remit.
Yeah, no worries. So interestingly enough, you'll there's a horrifying moment as you see them clambering up these steps, and the guy in the robes turns to the other chap, kind of pushes him to one side to get up the steps first, and turns with his staff and casts something at his fellow drow that sticks into the wall with webs. So he sticks him there and laughs and then disappears with invisibility. You're just you just see him almost kind of like leave him for you guys, and then poof, you see this glimmer of light across him as he vanishes with invisibility. I assume you're making a beeline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the pressure cooker room, the blast furnace room, you guys finish off, mop up the last of the kind of soul heavily injured bugbear. He's no real match for you guys after he's been blasted to shit. Like I say, the spiders have skittered away, clearly to head off to seek out their master. Are you going to follow Lumi and Brorna and just make beeline straight after them?
I'd say so.
No, the breastplate.
Yes.
I'm going to grab it.
Okay, you're going to go back to the forge.
In which case, I
Yeah,
will
we weren't
follow.
how far away from the
Amarakis.
forge were we?
We weren't that far.
You're about
I did-
maybe 3 or 4 rounds.
I did say I'd pick it up.
The breastplate.
Yes. When we were having that conversation, I picked it up.
You dropped it when you went
Yes.
paralysis.
All got paralysed.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you were paralysed, everything you just dropped to the ground.
Yeah.
If Amarakis is going back, I will follow him because he's not going on his own.
Yeah, it's a quick errand, but I'm going to go and grab it.
Okay, you head back. You as you kind of head towards the forge, down to the right hand side, you can see the doors to that
Other room.
other room are now open. And
That's
a kind of
worrying.
wraith-like figure hovers just outside the door.
What? When you say wraith light,
Yeah.
So wraith looks like a wraith. It's kind of a dusty, ghostly figure that's
so
kind
it's
of set
like a
solid.
mausoleum, possibly.
Yeah, something like that. But
Is it
you can
coming
see
any-
it from distance. It doesn't.
Is it staying
like-
near the door?
You can. It depends. You want to stand and watch, or you're
Well,
gonna just.
I'm gonna watch while Amarakis does his little dirty deed inside the room, and then I will shout if the bugger comes.
Okay.
Do you dirty deed, Amarakis?
Wait.
Amarakis, you head in. You snatch up. You snatch up Dragon Guard, and you can fix it on. You know, there's just
If
two
I've got time, I'll do it.
like
Yeah.
buckles. You can just fix the buckles on quickly as you're turning around to head out. Pretty much as soon as you pick up the thing and start fixing it on, Grundak or Shao, you start to see the wraith-like figure moving in this direction.
Move!
You see, it's quite a big creature.
I don't need telling twice.
You come out. You can see it in the distance, moving this way. Not super fast, but it's maybe
Give it
60
legs.
Guys,
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Run through the
Where's
blast furnace.
Shepherd, by the way?
I presume. Well,
Standing fucking alone. So as though two people have gone off that way, two people cleared off that way. And I'm like,
And then you see us running back the other way.
so you guys come in and
We're
see.
so
Can we shut
flippant.
these doors?
The moment you got a bit of shit, we left you behind.
Oh, that's hard. It's harsh. You like I say, you
we're behind ages ago then.
Welcome running back into the cabin. Race!
I was going to say, you see them, you heard them run off, and you're like, oh, where are they going? And then you see them running back with like,
Scooby style.
keep going. And you start to pile out of the room. As you guys start heading towards the crevasse room, we switch back to Brorna and to Lumi. Guys, as you get close to the figure pinned to the wall, he's like pulling himself away from the wall. You can see he's got a short knife, but it doesn't look like a fighting knife. It looks more like a sort of tool.
Kill myself.
No. It looks more like a tool, and he's kind of cutting the webs away. Sort of sees you kind of bearing down on him. It's a renewed effort, but he's
Can I
not
fire
free
off
by the-
asleep?
Yeah, you can try. Make your roll.
Don't think I've got that set up now.
Make that roll. My magic. Oh my god, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
brother.
Yeah, he will fall asleep instantly.
Lumi,
Just see him
take
go
him.
slack in the web.
Lumi, let's take him. We can question him when we're safer.
We should wait here for the others.
You said
We'll
you're
go
going to
back
take
now.
him. Where are you going to put him?
Lumi will
Stick him in
carry
your
him.
back.
Look at him
Who's
well.
going to carry him?
He's huge.
It's the smaller one that's.
It is
It's the smaller one. It's the smaller, skinny, scrawny, nice-looking one.
So, as we look back, do we see the others? Are they now running towards us? Or
Yeah,
what are they
shouting, Race!
Yes, they're shouting and running in this direction. You can't quite hear what they're saying. Though.
But even
Sounds like-
Grundak's.
Safe.